You get so close to these deadlines just to...
Good afternoon, good evening, good whatever. Today is Thursday. I don't know what date it is. I really don't. It's April something or another. It's not the 17th because it's Easter. So this might be around, I don't know, 5th, 6th, something like that. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It is 42 degrees and it is 6:39 p.m. So yeah, it is the bewitching hour. I'm going to pick up my brother actually, and then I'm going to come back home. I left Mr. Hercules in his crate. I don't let him fly. I don't let him run free because, you know, he is a little bit wild and he will do whatever he gets in his mind. And I think if he wanted to, he can get those gates down. So, you know, I just keep him in a safe spot. And, you know, I called today and I have an appointment with a behaviorist and a trainer. So, well, you know, for, you know, whatever. And so we're gonna do that. They're supposed to call me back. I don't know if I want to do private lessons or not. I don't know. What do y'all think? He definitely needs something. He is calming down quite a bit. I will say that he is like not as, you know, he does have a little outburst of, you know, it looks like it shows every one of his teeth, and, you know, but mostly he's pretty good. He's on a scale of 1 to 10, he's probably a 7. He's not a 3 or a 2, no, but he's probably a 7 or maybe even a 6. So 1 is best, and behavior wise, you know, like, you know, I mean, with me, he's probably a 4. Okay, but when he gets around other people, he's just wild. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's true. Whomever had him before did nothing with socialization with him. Really, it didn't. I'm no shade, but it's just the truth, okay? So, you know, I have to do that. So, I mean, and it's doable. You know, nothing is undoable. He's young enough. So, yeah. I was out front today, and the people with that cane corso was out there, and they saw I have a little dog. I'm like, you know, I said that dog, now that's a dog who's out of control. Although he is a young dog, he's not probably a puppy anymore, but he's still a young dog. And that dog is in a gate that comes up. His head is taller than the gate, so that gate is not sufficient. So I will not be walking Hercules that way. I still keep to avoid that direction. I just don't understand. You know, they have about 9 dogs. I'm like, wow. You know, they have, well, not. I think I'm exaggerating there. I think it's about, they got 4 or 5 dogs, and they have a cat. I asked when we were talking, the neighbor and I asked her, I said, how does your cat? She said, well, I guess it's true. Cats do learn how to get up high. And so they know how to maneuver situations for their own safety. So I don't put Hercules in the way of, like, you know, where he's going to chase the cats. I do introduce a little bit. But when I see Hercules is not in the right frame of mind, which is probably mostly every day, I take that away. Now, he does cross paths with Guy, and for some reason he cowers the Guy, because Guy has gotten in a couple slaps. I don't think he does it with his claws out, because Guy is not an aggressive cat whatsoever, but I think he's gotten his, you know, like, yeah, you come for it, I got something for you. So, you know, anyway, so how's everybody doing? I am doing fine. I have been basically just spending time with Hercules, trying to get to know him and him get to know me. I haven't really been on the computer. I've been more watching TV. When he sleeps, I kind of try to take a nap too. He wakes up throughout the night, which is like a baby, you know. I mean, you know what? If he hears a noise, his little head, well, his ears first, and then his head. I never know how big it's his ears. They're huge, and his head will poke up, and then all of a sudden you hear this little the cutest little mouth. It's so cute. It's just like a little tan mouth. And it just goes crazy. He's got the littlest teeth. I mean, it's so cute. And, you know, I mean, they hurt, but, you know, yeah. You know, last night, my cat, Cora, likes to sleep in my room. Well, I don't let that happen yet, because not that I'm not ever going to. That is something I'm working on, how a little bit at a time where we can share a room, and, you know, you don't get to call the shot. You're not a shot caller here. But I'm just trying to, like, he hasn't even been there 2 weeks yet. So, you know, it takes like a while so they learn the motions of the house. I have read, I'm trying to do everything the right way, and not just doing it Pam's way. I'm trying to do things the right way. So, you know, I do, you know, I do let them see each other and even smell each other, but it seems like as soon as he gets that smell, man, he, you know, oh my God, just shut up already. But then I think, no. That's how they communicate. I think basically to us, but you know, it's basically like my doctor said, he's afraid. And if you let that fear turn into aggression, it can become really bad. And she said, get him into somewhere. And I am. I'm definitely doing it. I mean, it's not as quick as we would want, because first of all, you have to get an appointment, and you have to go there, and you have to check. They have to look at your dog. I mean, my dog's got every shot, you know, every shot. So that's not a problem. You know, everything's okay with him, but it's just, you know, it's a time. You know, there was a time factor here. So hopefully, I did call this one place. It's closer to me, and they are registered. They're like, I think they train police dogs actually, and so they know about aggressive dogs. You know, and you know, I said, first of all, the first thing I want to work on is the aggression. You know, like, can't bite everybody, you know. It's not, and to calm down a little bit, you know, learn a little manners, and you know, the basic stuff, like you don't run. I mean, he's never going to be off of a leash or a lead, whatever, but he's, you know, I still don't want him to feel like he has carte blanche to just do whatever he wants, because you don't, you know, that's how you get killed. And not by me, but by, you know, cars or whatever, you know. I mean, you can get in trouble, get hurt. And he is small, and you know, there is a lot to consider with a small dog, you know. And I've got to learn, it's not him, it's me, how to respond to him. And that's the thing, he's doing what he does. I have to respond in a different way to get different reactions, you know. And I get that. Like, I will not let my family or anybody play with him like hitting at his mouth. You don't do that. And I have to explain that to my brother. My brother thinks that's funny, and I'm explaining to him, we don't play hitting in the face. We don't play that. I don't, you know, like, okay, yeah, he's little, yeah, but you know, he might bite you, and he might bite hard, and okay, you don't blame him, but you know, it's just, you know, it's encouraging bad behavior. I mean, I don't do that. I don't try to encourage him. You know, when he acts bad, I put him down. I'm like, walk away. Nope. And I give him toys. I give him something to chew on. You know, if he feels like, you know, like I see he wants to chew, I give him something to chew on. So, I mean, maybe I'm doing it all wrong right now. I don't know. I never had this problem with Ginger, so don't, you know, Ginger was nothing like this. When I got Ginger, she was kind of a mellow out dog. Now, don't get me wrong, she did bark, and, you know, she was a little chasey to the cats. But it wasn't so much because the cats put her in place real quick, and she kind of left them alone, and I kind of, like, you know, divided the two, and, like, you know, after a while, she could walk past them and not chase them. See, I hope for that with him, that he could walk past the cats and not chase them, because actually, he could get hurt more than the cats could get hurt, really. But, you know, at any rate. Oh, man. I cooked an Easter dinner today. Yes, it's Thursday, but the reason why is because my brother won't be in, okay, for Easter, okay, and he always loses out, always. And then I said, well, I'll do it on Friday. I don't want to do it on Friday. I got the food, and you know, I just cooked it. I cooked the food, so he comes in, he's gonna be surprised. You get Easter dinner. Hey, it's here. You know, take your shower, do whatever, and eat. You know, then you have leftovers for tomorrow, and I don't have to do anything. I can do whatever I want to do tomorrow. And you know, so I did cook potato salad and ham and some baked beans and some sweet potatoes and some what is that, broccoli. Yeah, broccoli. And I don't like broccoli, but it's what I had. So you know, that's what I have. So that's my leftovers. That'll be my dinner and leftovers or whatever for the next day or two. And it's good for sandwiches, you know. I've been really kind of, like I said, focusing on, you know, some changes in my life that is desperately needed. You know, I guess I could, you know, of course, I mean, today I started crying. I was thinking, there was a song came on the radio. I was listening to it, and I used to sing it to Ginger, and I just started crying. I was like, you know, I guess it's like, I'm not over it by any stretch of the imagination. I think about her every day. I call her name, you know, and I call Hercules Ginger all the time, and I, you know, and all that. It's just, you know, I try to move on. I try to, you know, say, okay, you know, she's never going to come back, and there's nothing I can do to change any of this, okay? But it doesn't put the sadness away that I still miss her, you know. I'd give anything for her to be back, but not sick, you know, not sick. She was very, very sick. And even though, you know, she got the best medical care available, that was available, and I have no second thoughts or feel like I didn't do enough. I did everything I could, but I wouldn't want her to be back in pain. And you know, now looking back in hindsight, she was in a lot of pain. She wasn't feeling good, and I recognized that about a month before that. I was thinking, well, but I didn't want to do it. You know, I didn't want to, and maybe it really wasn't time. You know, wasn't time. Oh, I had to get that off there. It wasn't time to do it. It really wasn't. You know, because she still had good days after that. But, right, you know, I mean, so today I really got a little teary-eyed, well, a lot teary-eyed. Hercules like looking at me, and I was in the kitchen listening to the song, and I'm like, man, I used to sing this to her. And it kind of like, I'm like, man, you know, you don't know how lucky or how special they are. I mean, I knew that it was going to be hard when she passed. I knew it was. And I know Hercules cannot replace. No, I don't think Hercules will ever be able to replace that, because that was my spirit dog, if there's such a thing. That dog knew me. That dog knew me, like, you know, when I cried, she'd come right over there. You know, even if it hurt her to get, she'd get up and do it. You know, a lot of things that Ginger did was, you know, she looked back at me like, are you coming? You know, and, you know, like, even though, like I said, I do know, you know, Hercules is supposed to be in my life. Because if Hercules was not supposed to be in my life, that Sunday that they called, and I had already, you know, kind of forgot about it and said, okay, you know, I had put an application in a while back. I saw the dog, and I'm like, man, you know, I hadn't heard anything back. I even called about him. I asked, I says, if he's available. And then they said, oh, we'll call you. Never caught a call back. No, I didn't. No, I didn't get a call back. And like 3 weeks, 2 weeks later, I got a call back. Like, you know, he's available. And I'm like, so this is the way it's supposed to be. And, you know, so everything happens. So I do think that Hercules is the dog for me. It's just, Hercules gonna make me work for it. And I don't mind. I don't mind working for him, for his love. Ginger made me work for it. I mean, I could tell you all the nice. Remember, when somebody passes or something passes in your life, you always remember those stories. So I remember a few stories. I remember one time, Ginger got in my bed. She got mad at me. She peed in my bed. I'm like, ooh, Lord. And good thing I had a mattress pad on. But yeah, this was when I first got her. She got really mad at me. So, you know, he hasn't peed anywhere, you know, in my house. Now, I can't say he hasn't done the other. He has. But that's okay because he wasn't completely potty trained that way. So, I mean, when you're in a foster home, they don't have that much time for them, I don't think. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to go now. I want to say thank you all for, you know, responding to a picture I put up of Hercules. You know, it's just what I'm taking. I see him and I say, oh, he's so cute. So you all have a wonderful night and be safe, and talk to you later. Bye-bye.